Hey guys, this week we are going to do one last new topic that's very easy, and it'll help basically with all my students at the moment, just because the 8th grade students, this is part of the topics you're supposed to go over. And for the algebra kids, the next class you're going to take is geometry. So this will definitely be one of the first things you start with is congruence. So, and it's very easy. So it'll be easy to finish up with. There won't be a whole lot of questions. Basically, congruence is an equality type of relationship, but it's just with equality, you talk about numbers. So you're talking about numbers being equal to each other. When you're talking about congruent, you're talking about two shapes being like physically exactly the same. So like for twins, you would say that twins have an equal age, and maybe if they're identical, then they would have congruent figures, like they're the same shape and size and look the same. So I'm gonna just write down that this is the help video for homework number 9. And then this first topic here is HU9. And so basically, you're just looking at them. Can you look at them and determine if they're exactly the same or not? And it really just means you're comparing their measurements. And so if I'm looking around through these two shapes, there are things that match in some but don't match in others. So for example, I have 37 and 37 here across from each other, right? But I have a 37, it's not across from a 37, it's across from a 40. So I'm just basically comparing to see, do they match or do they not match? So these do not match. Whereas, again, so now I can talk about these little symbols here, which are little notations to show you which pieces match. So if they have the same number of lines or curved parts, then they match. So like angle S and angle E are the same because they have the same notation there. But if I look at the measurements around, then I see that all the sides of this parallelogram have one little hash mark, but all the ones in this one have 2. So that means they don't match. So that is a no. So very, very easy. This one, interesting. I'm going to say we don't have enough information. Hopefully that's what they're going to say, right? Because you have all this information for the sides here, but you only have information for one side and one angle here. Yeah, so you can't make assumptions either. You have to make sure that you're checking real numbers and real symbols to make sure that there is a real match there. All right, the next topic. So this is topic DSQ, which is side lengths and angle measurements, same exact thing we were just doing, but this time instead of just saying yes or no, you're actually filling in what they would be based on what you find in the picture. So if I was looking at this one, I can see it's asking me, it's saying triangle CAB is congruent. So notice this little symbol here means congruent. So an equal sign is 2 lines, and a congruent symbol is an equal sign with a little tilde on top. So this means that this triangle CAB is congruent to this triangle FGH, which means every single part is exactly the same. They all match up. So I just need to figure out if I'm looking for side length FG here, just have to match it to the side here, right? 55. So this would be a 55. Ooh, it's not a 55. Let's be a little bit more careful with this. So if this is 78 and this is 39, notice here there's a 63, which means this must be 63. And so FG is across from the 63, which means I'm trying to find the side that's across from the 63. So it's a good reminder that you can't just make an assumption by the way it looks, because a lot of times with geometric shapes, they look similar enough that you just really have a hard time making those assumptions. It's a big part of what you start really having to go over a lot in geometry, I would say. So this should be 50. Awesome. Okay, so be careful, make sure you're double checking and that you're actually matching pieces that go together. One of the ways you can do it is you can look at the way it's listed too. So if I'm looking at like triangle NMO and TUS, that means N and T, since they're both listed first, they are both the same. So this would be 62 here. So if I'm trying to find MO, which is across from that 62, then I need to look at this triangle to see what is across from 62, which is 68. So the order these are written in is important. The first one here and the first one here match. The second one here and the second one here match. Third one here and the third one here match. Good work. All right, be careful. Make sure you're using all of the information available to you. Finally, congruent statements is really similar. This time you're checking to see how many of these are true. And so if you go through each one, you need to be exact about comparing measurements and things. So GE is this side, that's 21, and LJ is this side, which is 26. So that does not match. FG is this side, which is 29, and then JK is this side, which is 29. So that is true, that works. EF is this side, 26, and LJ is this side, also 26. So this one is good. And then finally, GE, which is what I originally had as pink, and KL, which is here. So they're both 21. And so this one works too. So all three of those work and the first one does not. So I need to click this one, and this one. And cross my fingers. Be careful. It's very easy to make mistakes on questions that ask you for more than one right answer. Terrific. So take your time, be careful. The ideas are not hard, but it is easy to make mistakes if you're not paying as much attention as you should be. All right. This is topic LPP. I'm not sure I said that at the beginning, but that's what this one is. LPP. Okay, good luck. Let me know if you have questions.